Good evening, amazing FBAers. I am talking to you from a car park. It's not a very inspiring sight, is it? But I just thought I would talk to you about that because it reminds me of how my life was. Today I drove from Bristol back over to Surrey in the south of England. If you're not from Britain, Bristol is about 100 miles west of London. So I don't know what that is in kilometres, 160 if you're a European listener. I know quite a few of you are in Germany, so grüß Gott. Sorry, that's more Austria, isn't it? So, and hello to those of you listening in India as well. I know we have quite a few listeners and viewers all over the shop, all over the world. So today I'm going to talk about, the mundane reality of life outside of online. So what a difference a decade makes. Today I drove back from Bristol. When I was living in Bristol, I was doing a little bit of music teaching and I was doing an awful lot of crappy jobs just to keep a roof over my head. I was living in a dodgy area, and also I did a sales job for 5 months, which I really hated. Now, it taught me a lot about sales, which is a very, very important basic business skill, which is one of the reasons I took the job, because I read about the importance of taking a sales job. I think it was in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the Robert Kiyosaki. And it did actually teach me some useful skills about direct sales. But I was selling double glazing. It's like the classic dishonest way of selling things. And I just think, I have no interest anymore in doing anything that is based on dishonesty. Now, I wanted to say a couple of things. First of all, my life has changed absolutely because of going from hell to heaven, in the sense that I don't have to commute now for work. I can work from where I like when I've got my laptop with me. And the temptation is to do a bad thing like work on holiday all the time, but that's a question of self-discipline. So when you have to be your own boss, sometimes you discover you're working for an idiot, right? And I certainly had those times, but I'm gradually getting more intelligent dealing with myself. But being able to work from where you are, whenever you want and wherever you want, is a fantastic thing. Now, these days, instead of hanging around with dodgy second-hand car salesmen, or in that case, it was double glazing salesman, but same kind of thing, I hang around with people who are selling online, and I'm part of a community of people now. It's not just a question of the money, which is very nice, and the excitement of running my own business, which is also great when it goes well. It has its downsides like any other real life activity, right? But what I wanted to say is now I get to hang out with really cool, interesting people and being part of a mastermind, whereas I used to hang out with somebody who was doing some terrible double glazing sales job. Now I'm working alongside people who have sold companies for millions of pounds, that kind of thing. And that's the power of a mastermind. So I am just opening up my own mastermind, which I run in London. I have started just in September, finally got it off the ground, very exciting. We've got 2 spaces left. I think I put up some kind of post about this on Sunday. I've had 3 applicants already. Since then, it's just Tuesday evening now. So obviously there is very strong interest out there. So I will be closing that pretty soon, because obviously I only want some motivated people who are action takers, not people who fantasize about leaving their day job, do a bunch of research and then do it again and then do it again and never actually press the starting button, right? Because that was me, and that was me for an embarrassingly long time, probably over a decade. And I was just reflecting today how different my life is now. I've actually taken the plunge and got the hell on with ordering product, putting it up there, having real problems, solving the real problems, reaching out to friends in my mastermind group and getting solutions, as well as maybe reaching out to a mentor if there's nobody in my group who is equipped to deal with that. So I just wanted to say again, what an amazing lifestyle being an online entrepreneur can represent. But it is a lonely business if you just work on your own. I think it's really, really important, especially if you don't have a business partner, which a lot of people don't when they first start off. Then I think it's even more important than ever to be part of a group, and if possible a physical group, because being online all the time is just not natural. Now, if you're not part of a group yet, I would suggest you get over to amazingfba.com/FB, F as in face, B as in book, for Quelle Surprise, our Facebook group. And there are nearly 600 members there now, 586 or something last time I looked, and there's some useful help coming from various people there who are gaining quite a lot of experience themselves now, both in the States and in the UK primarily. There's a few people from scattered all over the globe. And then of course I get in there as well and answer questions and help wherever I'm qualified to, and if I'm not, I will say so and I'll suggest somewhere else you can look for that advice or that input. So that's a good place to start. But sooner or later, folks, I would suggest that you get yourself a physical group of sellers. If you can't join a formal mastermind with some experience selling it, then at least get together with some mates, do something about it. It doesn't really matter who it is as long as it's somebody good and they're not they're not a BS merchant. They're not trying to upsell you into a ton of expensive training. They are just there to tell you how it really is. Anyway, folks, quick thought. What a difference a decade makes. Now, that can be you. You could be like me, stuck in a day job that you're hating and not making enough money, or maybe you're making enough money but you just don't enjoy it and you want the freedom and the self-determination that comes from being an entrepreneur. In which case, folks, step up, do something about it, get some training, listen to podcasts, but don't drown in knowledge. At the end of the day, you want to find yourself a mentor or a mastermind or somebody who's been there and done it before and can simplify that for you. So whoever that is for you personally, good luck, Godspeed, get on with it. See you in the next episode.